Golf queen. Yeah. You guys get why I would look up to her then, right? Yeah. Okay, but my mom, she really did make me like the person I am today, and that's like a really liberal person. And you might ask, well, Sarah, how do you know you're liberal? Well, that's because I voted for Al Gore in my second grade mock election. That's some dedication right there. If I would have voted Eli Torley, I could have changed this. Also, anyone? I have some theories about the Gore-Bush election, so talk to me after class. But anyway, so I grew up in a pretty medium-sized town in Arkansas. So it was, our town was more progressive, but it was still hard to be a liberal because I saw a Confederate flag like 1 to 3 times per day. Speaking of flags, I used to think that the United States flag was the Arkansas state flag. And I would go to other states and I would see it and be like, wow, it's really nice of you guys to be supporting Arkansas like that. Texas or Oklahoma or like insert any other southern state I might have traveled to. But on that topic, like, why don't states support each other? I feel like there are a lot of unnecessary stereotypes about different states, like that people from Oklahoma are slow drivers, or that people from California only travel via surfboard, or that people from Arkansas are hillbillies, like y'all. I'm not a hillbilly, like, I only owned cowboy boots till like age 14. I've only ridden in the back of a pickup truck down dirt road like 10 times, and then I've only got rain warm once from walking around barefoot. Okay, guys, I am not a hillbilly, okay? But my grandparents are. They moved to Arkansas when my mom was young. It was just like them, like their 10 dogs, my mom and her aunt. And so they moved to Arkansas, and they didn't have electricity or plumbing when they moved because they were getting this cabin built, so they just like stayed in a tent and used an outhouse. And they ate a lot of this really cultivated family dish called eggs and rice, which is scrambled eggs and rice. Oh my God, guys, they weren't hillbillies; they were really poor. I'm discovering a lot about myself today. But like St. Paul, where they live, is actually a really poor town. They didn't even have a library until recently. They used to just have this big old bus that would roll into town. It was full of books you could check out. It was called the Bookmobile, obviously. And my grandma's actually the person who built the library they have now, or not built it, it's a mobile home. They've gone from bus to mobile home, so times are changing in St. Paul. But speaking of my grandma, she is notorious for sending really terrible news in text messages. I'm actually going to read you an example right now. This is a text she sent me about her cat who is sick. She said, some kind of response infection, ... Said he had no fever, but I wonder, ... I don't think the thermometer was all the way in his butt, ... He threw a fit, has these sores on his face, ... Does that not sound like AIDS? ... He looks sort of like Tom Hanks when he had HIV. Guys, disclaimer, Tom Hanks has never had HIV. So, one thing she does is she usually ends these texts with have a great day. So, for example, on my birthday last year, she sent me a text. She works for CASA, which is like a social working place. They get kids out of bad homes. Great thing. Good for you, Grandma. But she sends me this text. It's like, hey, happy birthday, sweetie. I'm working on this new CASA case, trying to get this baby out of a home where it's being beaten up. But anyways, have a great day. What am I supposed to do with that? I want to help this baby, but apparently all I can do is have a great day. It's like if I sent someone a text and was like, hey, California is having a really bad drought. They're running out of water. So sad. But anyways, enjoy your water fountains. Okay, thank you guys so much.